Before we get started, I do want to make one thing clear. I didn't see the other one, the one that came out in September with Tom Hanks, so I can't make a comparison between the two. But from what I've heard, it's not great. It doesn't matter either way. This is the much better movie. So Guillermo Del Toro's Pinocchio was directed by and it's a stop motion animated version of the story, which is being released on Netflix in December, but it is running in theaters right now. It's getting a bit of a run, and it was actually in my neighborhood, so I got a chance to check it out. Obviously, the story of Pinocchio is known. You're following pretty much the familiar beats of that story, but it's also infused with a little bit of a historical background and a lot of Del Toro charm, and it's in stop motion animation, which is often incredibly beautiful. I'm gonna cut to the chase because I don't really need to recap the story of Pinocchio to you. While it does make a lot of changes to the material, but it still maintains the main core of the story. But Del Toro is an excellent person to make this because the story of Pinocchio, this idea of a boy who is essentially created and, grows his nose every time he lies and wants to be a real boy, but there's also this sort of, the tragic storyline to how he's been created according to this movie. All of that stuff is right in Del Toro's wheelhouse. And the level of imagination and the kind of beauty that goes into telling a story like Pinocchio's feels like it's something he should have done a long time ago. But I'm glad he's done it now because it's resulted in one absolutely beautiful movie. I genuinely had a lump in my throat pretty much the entire time. When it comes to emotional storytelling, I think Del Toro is one of the best in the business. And once again, he proves why he's one of the most imaginative and creative directors ever, honestly. It is gorgeous. The animation is spectacular. I wouldn't be surprised if this walks away with every animated film award that is to come in 2022. And he absolutely deserves all of that love. This is a beautiful film. And the voice work also, which has gone into it, is downright remarkable. The kid, whoever played Pinocchio, I think they couldn't have picked a better kid if they tried. This little boy is so good. It melts your heart, man, every time you listen to this thing talk. And there's this sort of very childlike innocence that is played up in this one, which is so wonderfully realized. All the stuff with Cricket, voiced by Ewan McGregor, was amazing. I thought he was excellent as the character and brought so much nuance to the film. There's a lot of great characters that are voiced by major actors in here. You've got the circus the owner played by Christoph Waltz. You've got a chimp voiced by Kate Blanchett in a performance that honestly, apparently she's doing all the noises, so congratulations. We can add that to our list of growing, amazing works by Kate Blanchett. Good year for her. But I was really appreciative of what they were pulling off over there. Del Toro directs it beautifully, of course. This is a gorgeous film, but it's also the sequences that are shown on screen, like from a very heartrending sequence which happens at a church early on, to the stuff at the circus, to these amazing sequences that are shot in the sea. There's this really, really great thing of, size and scale and how just transcendent everything is. And again, it is not to be played down at any point, just the amount of creativity that Guillermo Del Toro can bring to a movie. Never ever undersell this man's work, man. The music by Alexandre Desplat is fantastic. Once again, a gorgeous score from him. Really, I'm trying to think about issues with this movie, and I don't have a single major one. I don't think there's anything about it that ever feels faltering. I would honestly say this is one of the best movies of the year. The only thing I would say is not even a fault on the movie, it's just a fault on the theater. For some reason, they decided to mess up the aspect ratio in which they were showing it. So it's actually full screen, but for some reason, they cropped it to 2:1 or something like that, or 1.85. And I was like, what are you doing? Might have been 2:1, because there was one point where the credits were going on and you could see half the credit was cut off. I don't know what the projectionist was on, so yeah, they're gonna have to fix that. But it didn't take away from the rest of the movie. You still got all of the beauty in there, and what you still got is one of the best movies of the year. I cannot stress that enough. Definitely go see this movie in theaters if you can. If you're gonna wait till December for Netflix, you can do that too. I just think this is a movie that really needs to be experienced. And like I said at the very start of this video, I did not see the Robin Zemeckis one. And so I can't really compare which one's the better one, but like I said, this is probably the better one. And it should be celebrated. I'm gonna give Pinocchio an honest to God 10 out of 10. What a wonderful time to be a film fan. You're getting just absolute banger after banger after banger right now. It is really great to just love movies. We just got Menu this week as well, which I reviewed already on the channel, which I loved. And now we've got this. There's so much more coming out in the next few days. Really, I mean, if you love cinema, this is basically Nirvana this time, So, enjoy it. Really, really enjoy this. Guys, thank you very much for watching. Look forward to more reviews very soon. As always, if you like this, please do subscribe, and I'll see you guys at the movies.